What are you doing, Bubba? What are you doing, Bubba? He's chilly, ain't it? So you gonna cut the rest of the boards up for me?
What?
You gonna cut the rest of those boards up for me?
That?
Yeah.
No, those are for here.
These right there.
Yeah, I still gotta do the whole back of this bag.
Yeah, but they're too short, remember?
No, they're not too short because the back is only gonna come down about 4 feet.
So you just don't want to share your boards. That's
exactly
your
right.
problem.
Not even ashamed of it.
But I'm gonna need some boards.
Low sale boards.
Well, I don't like those boards. I like ours better.
Off this. But I like it for real.
I know you do.
Wouldn't hurt if the cables were a hair longer. So you'll take that thing, take the positive put on. When you push the negative on, it clicks on, it'll turn green on this little deal. And it says that it's ready to start. Sometimes if you wait too long, it'll kick out. I run it completely out of fuel, so it should be. Let me blow it in there a little bit.
Don't flood it.
It ain't no fuel yet, but I run it completely out. Oh, you know what it is? Remember I told you?
Oh, you got this not
Yeah, I told you if that thing don't start right away.
Because them thingies there.
These I'll go ahead and turn this off, but it ain't firing. That these safety switches get rusty. I'll just get sawdust and water in there, and I probably should shoot them with some lubricant every once in a while.
You gotta tighten the blade too again.
Yeah, I will, but I just need to get running right now. It probably crank right up. I'll check this and make sure it's good too. I just take these little things and kind of stick them down behind it. They'll pop back up after it starts running and vibrating. They'll come back up, but about half of mine just disconnect them. Anybody would take the front cover off while it was running. Probably shouldn't have a sawmill anyway. That's all I got to say about that. All right, let's do this again. All right, it's green. I think when I rolled that into the blade a while ago, I knocked the blade off the pulleys. I didn't realize that. Yep.
It's touching the bag of the metal now.
It's okay. It'll straighten back out. It's just the... Let me make sure the other side's on. So you were right. I hate to say that out loud, but whenever you said that I hit it, you said it looked like something bent. It didn't bend. It just popped it off the... Right, that one right there.
You just hate it when I'm right, don't you?
I do. It's not natural. All right. It'll be close there. Put a little pressure on it. Get that top out there a little bit more. There's half. 1, half, 2, half, 3, half, 4, half, 5. All right, let's pull this along here real gentle like so you don't jump off here and bite me. All right, I think we're back in business. Hopefully it starts up without having to plug the jumper back up. I doubt it. That battery's dead. Make sure that, I didn't think to make sure that thing was still in there. Yep, this time. With the little door switches, if they're not seated, if the door comes on, it kills the engine. But like I said, the little switches, I really need to put some.
So are you gonna cut those boards over here and then put them to the side, or are you gonna just leave the way it is right now and just put it to the side?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The post right here.
I'm gonna cut it up.
You gonna leave it, cut it, and then put it right away on, or you just gonna leave it like this so it won't bend when it dries?
No, I'm gonna go cut this up, and then we're gonna put the big log on.
Okay.
The one we were supposed to put on.
Well, now what I was thinking about, if you cut it, it's going to be bending.
Well.
So just if you leave it like this, it's still solid.
You said be more stable.
Yes.
That's not a bad idea if I ain't gonna cut it for a while. Just add it to our pile of stuff that's just sitting there.
Unless you want to cut those for me, I mean, I'll take them.
No, I told you I gotta cut boards like that piece right there.
Yeah, but you're gonna be cutting.
See
some
over
more.
Here on that end.
You're gonna cut some more.
Yeah, I ain't got that many more red oak.
Well, you can get some more.
No, well, you go get some more. I'll cut any red oak you cut down. How about that?
I don't like
that's fair right there. I think it's a good deal.
There's a whole bunch of trees we just mix boards together, different tree types. Because I'm gonna what I see happening right there, that pile is gonna be picked up and put on the burn pile.
Generally, what happens? Let's see if this thing starts now.
It's blue. It's not green.
Yeah, I know. That's just what was left in the battery. I've lost one of those little screws. Let me find that screw first. The air cleaner screw. I dropped it. I need to put one of those C-clips behind it.
That's like looking for a needle in a haystack, babe.
What?
That's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
No, it's pretty big. It's got a little black head on it.
Looking like a needle in the haystack.
It's one of these right here. Move, Runner, once you get it, Runner. Split clutch is rusty. I'm letting it polish it a little bit. Probably could turn the idle down just a hair, but I think it's more because it's got rust on it. The other day, it took a pretty good hit before it broke loose. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to turn the idle down just a little bit.
Want to turn the water on?
It comes on automatic. Watch that. Turn on the end.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I got an idea about a beam. That's actually be a pretty mantle right there in the center. Crowbar. I'm gonna let's set it on top of them boards over there, if you don't mind. So that way they're not, it's off the ground. I got it from here. Right behind you. I got it. Just the thing there, you don't want you to step on them. But
sliding on there as good as I thought they would.
That centerpiece make a pretty mantle. Somebody little small would be. Okay.
Huh?
You do it that way. Bernie goes to the gym. Froze together. I am, but it's froze. That's about all the little roofless wants right here. But I need to back. It'll lift more. I just don't have the backhoe on it. That mulcher's about 500 pounds. Don't reach your hand around there. I'm gonna push it over.
Where are you gonna throw this?
Yeah, some right here. I'll come back get it with a saw. The pith looks pretty straight. Just had that big knot on top. off with a tractor. Or you can do it that way. Ain't much good in this one. I got it, but I understand what you're saying. All I need is 7.5 inch boards. I'm gonna take another cut and then I'll flip it.
So save that and throw it away.
Yeah, we throw it junk. Hey, it's just junk.
Junk. Gonna flip it all the way over.
So this is why it's really important that we move all the hydraulics down to the center of the sawmill. When I built this, I didn't think this all the way through, and I put all the hydraulics and stuff on the lead end, which crowds us towards the building. Also, it has the log turner off center, which makes it not as effective. And in addition to that, this log has got a ton of rot on it. In the spring, I'm going to take the time to move everything around and put the finishing touches on the sawmill. So when we built it, it was still a lot to learn. I'm moving all, come spring, I'm moving this all down. I was so appreciative of Bernie helping me. I have a pinched nerve in my neck right now, which really giving me a fit, and I'm not supposed to do any kind of heavy lifting. And it's hard to have all of the want to that I have and can't do the do part. but I appreciate him for coming up and helping me do this. I don't have a lot of hours with the new hydraulics, so I'm in no means proficient, and the fact that it's off-centered is also causing some issues. But I have learned this: put the log dog up, because last year I was trying to do it without the log dog up and accidentally set the chain roller down, and the log rolled off and almost hit Bernie. It happened so quickly. So that's one of the things that I've learned to do is, be safe is to keep that log dog up. And, you got to think about those things.
Needs to go all the way over. Yeah.
Watch out. From a small boy, Bernie grew up on a sawmill. His dad owned a sawmill. So I always get the feeling that while we're working, that he is 3-4 steps ahead of me. And I look forward to learning more from him and actually learning the workflow of the sawmill. And we have to learn to work together still too. So this is the point that it's pretty recognizable that our mic is failing. One of the mics are failing, and it continually gets worse as we go further into this video. I'll try to pull out the best parts where you can actually hear something, and we have upgraded our mic since this point. Gonna need a bit more. What do you think? I ain't no better. I know that.
Hey, once you move this down,
It's gonna be so much easier.
and you go in
Right now we're
into green timber,
yeah,
your log turner will work so much better.
yeah. But when I set it up, I followed the directions for it just to be a 10-foot.
Yeah.
And
Actually, it's about right for 8 foot, not
Right,
even hardly good enough for 10 foot.
yeah, no, that's 10-foot log we just put on there. So you're right. So when we move everything down to the center, plus it's gonna make it easier when I take the tractor, set things on, and I ain't hugging this wall. I ain't worried about hitting the front of the sawmill.
Yeah, and it don't make no difference if you start sawing right here or way back there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, when I looked at the directions, I wasn't thinking about the fact that I had extensions. And I wanted, it's one of the deals where I got set on a path and went at it without thinking it through all the way.
Well, I mean,
man enough.
it was your first one, so
Yeah. No, actually, this is serial number 2 of the hydraulics. So this is only the second one it's made. I mean, it's been good so far. We ain't had no issues with it. So they got it right the first time, it seems like. I mean, the second thing is, or probably the most important thing we have trouble with today is the fact that this wood is so rotten on the outside.
Yeah, that's the biggest part. Yeah,
I think it would work a lot better, even with that chain, if it was not rotten on the outside. I mean, we're looking at 2 inches.
Once you get into some green timber where the bark don't turn loose real easy, it'll
do all right.
Notice the huge difference.
But still beats it. I mean,
still beats a can up.
Well, and the thing is I'm learning. I'm getting ready to put the MIP over here. I just got to get this out of the way. The thing is I'm learning it too. There's tricks and little tricks of the trade that I'm just now trying to figure out. I've watched a bunch of people doing it, but it's one thing to see it on a YouTube video, it's another actually to do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of finding out too. I got to carry all these blades off to the metal yard. I got a bunch of blades left over from my last sawmill, and they're damaged, wore out, teeth busted, whatever. So I thought about finding somebody that does that. Where what do they call that? Where they fold metal and make knives out of it, heat it up. can't think what that's called.
Yeah, where they make that Damascus.
Damascus,
steel.
yeah, Damascus, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know these blades got to be some good metal. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start working on the front here. I'm gonna take all my pressure off my sawmill. Let the cable down all the way so that ain't no tension on the cable. That makes these cables last so much longer if you don't sit there and let that weight sit on them. I got this a little too low. There we go. Don't let me get on you. Let's see. That's on. All right, so we gotta go up. All right, right there.
You want it all the way up?
Yep. Ready? All right, so the front's gonna be. It ain't gonna be perfect. This got that bow in it. We're gonna call that character. All right. Come down here. Nail the rest of these. What, man? On the very, very top. Yeah, probably. I'm afraid to put one through there, though. I don't know if that's going to be any better, but it's just the way it is. We'll put trim. Be all right. It ain't got to be. I mean, it's a sawmill building, eh? I know, it's just a sawmill building. If this bothers me too much, I'll come back with saws and cut it off. Be some more of that antiquing. That's where the sawmill blade, or the blade started getting dull, and it hit a knot right here and jumped, broke me. Yeah, so that's what that is. You know what really surprised me? It's how those were still frozen together so hard.
Well, you know, I told you that I plan on fishing today.
Yeah.
I I went down to the lake yesterday where we was going to put in. It was thawed out right there around the dock, but it was solid ice out through there. So I said,
nothing.
There wasn't no use to worry about going fishing today because.
Well, we don't get, that's very rare for us to get that much cold. That was cold. We had several days down to single digits. My truck said 6 degrees on one day.
Yeah.
Well, it's not done. We got enough boards to finish that in, but I'm kind of hurting in my neck a little bit, so we're going to call it. Got little trim pieces here and there. I think this is going to make it look nice. And then when we get all these pieces, we'll put trim across the top. That's going to make it look even better. And then we'll just start finishing out little by little. But I like, I think that looks good. These little pieces on the side, that little touch makes it look better. Hey, appreciate you watching the channel. God bless. Have a great day.